Okay.
Just say thank you.
Okay.
I'll probably ask you to describe like maybe the final match,
Okay.
what it was like, that kind of thing. You could take further? Yeah. Are we on? Hello? Good afternoon. We're here to honor Joseph Gogo for winning the World Muay Thai. Do I say that right? Muay Thai?
Yeah.
Muay Thai North American lightweight title on July 18th, 2015. So, Joe, this is resolution number 170-33. It was introduced by myself and co-sponsored by all of the other senators of the Guam legislature. And this is a resolution. It actually goes into the public record of the government of Guam. And it's relative to recognizing and congratulating you for winning the Muay Thai IKKC North American lightweight title on July 18, 2015 in Tijuana, Mexico. I can just ask you about Tijuana and you have a whole story to tell about that, right? And to further commending and extending a sincere undangku and sijus maasi to you for serving as a role model for future athletes and for your contributions towards growing the sport of mixed martial arts on Guam. I'm going to go ahead and read through this because we're very proud of you and we want to actually put, for everyone back home listening and on the record too, we can even give you a DVD of this presentation. But I want to read out what we've written here for you on your behalf. Joseph Gogo is the son of Joseph Gogo Sinahanya and Doris Maatniao Agun of Zotnia. And you attended and graduated from ND in Talafofo, right? That's my home village, so props. You subsequently received your bachelor's degree in kinesiology from the University of Hawaii at Manoa. And upon graduating from college in Hawaii, you made the decision to move to San Diego, California. Now that's why you know how to move so well, because you actually have a degree in it, right? How to move. The move to California did not come without its share of challenges. For many years, you had been a practitioner of mixed martial arts, and with the help of your cousin Baby Joe, you were fortunate to find a gym in which you could further your training. In addition to being able to maintain a strict training and workout regimen, you successfully found steady employment with the national restaurant chain Dave & Buster's. So if they come to Guam, we know who brought them here. In November 2014, after several months of training at the Alliance MMA in San Diego, you received a call from one of your coaches informing you of a title fight opportunity. And we're going to ask you to describe that title fight in a little bit. After agreeing to take the fight with less than a week's notice, you entered the San Nicolas Hotel and Casino in Ensenada, Mexico. That's not my hotel, okay? And you emerged victorious in your match versus Kevin Amador. And as a result of the win, you were crowned as the International Thai Boxing Organization featherweight champion. That's a really, really big deal. In February, you began working as a fitness coach for Muay Thai. And these ventures have allowed you to experience something new while maintaining a full schedule of working and training. And they proved to be invaluable experiences which have helped open up future opportunities for you. You were contacted by the World Championship and Lion Fight Promotions, two respected Muay Thai organizations, about your possible interest in competing in one of their events. And you decided to take the match, which was scheduled to happen the following month. But this did not allow much time for preparation. I'm going to let you tell the whole story of that. But from a young age and even up to now, you recognize the positive effects that mixed martial arts and other sports have had in your life. And you value the importance that this has all played in specifically helping you to hold true to the characteristics of resilience, hard work, and inspiration. So this is therefore be it resolved that the Committee on Rules of Minatrantai Tres na Legislatura and Guahan does hereby, on behalf of Legislatura and Guahan and the people of Guam, recognize and congratulate you, Joseph Gogo, for winning the World Muay Thai IKKC North American lightweight title on July 18, 2015 in Tijuana, Mexico. And does further commend and extend a sincere undangku and sijus maasi to you for serving as a role model for future Guam athletes and for your contributions towards the sport of mixed martial arts. And this is further resolved, the Speaker and the Chairperson in the Committee on Rules certify, and the Legislative Secretary attests to the adoption hereof, and that copies of the same be thereafter transmitted to you and our Governor, the Honorable Edward J.B. Cavo, Imegalahin Guahan, duly and regularly adopted by the Committee on Rules of Minatrantai Tres na Legislatura and Guahan on the 20th day of August 2015, signed by our Speaker, our Acting Chairperson and Committee on Rules, Senator Tom Adda, our Legislative Secretary, Senator Tina Rose Mooney Barnes, and very happily introduced by myself, Senator San Nicolas. Joe, we're very, very proud of what you're able to accomplish for our people. So just awesome.
Thank you.
Thank you. Now you got to tell us, and you got to tell the people at home who are listening, tell us about how you got into that match, and then the circumstances that led to you actually competing in it, and how the fight actually went. The first one? The whole thing. Oh. The championship. Tell us about the championship you won.
Okay, yeah, there's two.
Tell us about both.
So the first one, I was actually, funny story, I was actually at Dave and Buster's. It was a Thursday night, and I got a call from my coach while I was on a shift, and they're like, "Hey, do you want to fight in this championship fight?" And at first I was like, "No, it's a 2-day notice fight. Nobody takes a fight that soon, you know." But anyways, I prior to that, I've been helping a lot of UFC fighters and Bellator fighters and my cousin Baby Joe prepare for their fights. So I was already in really good shape. It was mentally I wasn't quite there. Um, so I told my coach, "Give me a second. Let me think about it for give me like 20 minutes real quick." And I was just like, "Oh, God, give me a sign." Sure enough, as I was like waiting tables, busing tables, some customer gave me attitude, and I was like, "Oh, what am I doing here? I could go be the champion of the world instead of busting tables." And I was like, you have a funny way of showing me your signs, God. So, yeah, so I ended up accepting the fight, and while I was at work, I started doing water loading. It's a technique to try to lose a lot of weight. You drink gallons and gallons of water so you can try to flush water out of you. The next day, I woke up at like 5 o'clock in the morning and just started hitting the treadmill. I didn't even have a sauna suit, so I put on trash bags, and I just had to run it all off before 11 o'clock or 12 noon, which was the weigh-ins. So I took the opportunity, and I met my opponent. Luckily for me, I was at catch weight, 140 pounds. I normally fight at 135, so I had that 5-pound leeway, which I kind of needed, especially for only having less than 24 hours to make weight. But it was a good experience. It was tough. I walked out there. I was the main event. I had my coach and Joe with me, and they were like, "Hey, man, don't forget you're in Mexico. Watch out. After we win, we might have to run back across the border." But I think the fans there in Ensenada really love me. They Facebook me or try to email me all the time, and they're like, "Can you come back and fight again and fight again?" And they all say it in Spanish, so I actually have to take their messages and use Google Translate to see what they're saying, because I don't know if they're talking bad about me and I'm saying, "Yeah, bro, okay," or they're talking good about me, so I have to use Google Translate to see what's going on. But most of them, they want me to come back. Lucky for me, my striking's it's at a real high caliber. So I had him beat on the striking world, and all he could pretty much do is try to wrestle or try to do jiu-jitsu with me. And training at Alliance, everybody's been wrestling there since they were 4, so he really wasn't able to show me anything I've never seen. I was just way more prepared than he was. My striking eventually led to him making mistakes. Caught him a bunch of times with knees and elbows. Went to the ground. Fight was pretty much done. He just gave me his back, and I ended up getting my own submission. Not my typical way of winning a fight. I like to win striking, but right now winning is winning. That was the first fight. Yeah. The way I got my Muay Thai fight is Alliance and this guy named Jonix that I've been working with in California. They got phone calls asking for any upcoming strikers or anybody interested, and so immediately all the coaches in San Diego started asking me about it, if I wanted to take the opportunity. And I was like, "Yeah, sure," but I have no recorded Muay Thai fights. I only have some of the fights I did in Thailand, but that's a little different because in Thailand there's no recording of anything. You're a pro because you fight. You just fight, you get paid, and you're a professional already. So with that said, I had to shoot them MMA clips, pad work clips, highlight whatever I could, sparring clips at the gym. And the two promotions, the WCK and Lions Fight promotion, they're two competing promotions in California right now that threw me an opportunity. But I went with the WCK because I wanted to go after a title to build my resume. So that's kind of what happened with that. I went that route. I went back and forth because there was two Thai boxing fights that were within 2 weeks of each other. And I decided to go for a title fight and get celebrated with one instead of get neglected in another organization, which I would have been like a preliminary fight. So nobody would have even seen me. Versus fighting in the WCK and 5,000 people were there. Um, but that was a fun experience. You know, it was probably the toughest guy I've ever fought in my life. I just remember thinking like, don't lose. I'm from Guam. I cannot lose. You know, he hit me good, and it was tough. You know, I've been doing some work at the Guam Muay Thai Club here, and the head coach and owner knows of my opponent. He knows of the guy that worked with me. He knows my opponent's coach, and he knows my opponent's gym. And he's like, man, that's a very tough gym. It's a very tough regimen that they have over there. And I was like, yeah, I know. That guy was pretty tough. You know? Yeah, yeah. A lot of people counted me out because I'm not well known out there. You know, I'm pretty much never been well known anywhere I've ever fought. When I fought in Hawaii, nobody really knew me, and then when I fought in Kauai and Maui and all these other places, I was still always the underdog. And even when I did fight in Oahu multiple times, like, my name only went so far. And now fighting in Ensenada and fighting in Southern California, I'm like, this last fight was the first time I got a lot of recognition. So go figure, the way God planned everything out, Lions Fight actually gave me a call. Not this past weekend, but last weekend. So we're gonna sign that contract right when I get back, and we're gonna fight at Pachinga in California, and I'll be fighting this guy who's also from San Diego. He's really good, undefeated fighter. Hopefully after that I get another title shot in Lions Fight promotion, though, which is the competitor to the WCK. So on a side note, the good thing about this, or the cool thing about this, is me and my opponent, they're gonna fight in Lions Fight. We're both WCK champions, but since neither organization has us under contract, they allow us to float back and forth. That way they keep like exciting fights going. Yeah, so they're gonna allow us to. We're both WCK champs, but in different weight classes, and we're gonna go fight in Lions Fight promotion. So I'm excited about that.
So two champs are
gonna get out. Yeah.
Only one's gonna be standing.
Yep. Yeah. There's not gonna be a belt on the line for this one, but I'm not really worried about it. I'm just worried about performance. You know, worried about representing Guam and just getting another victory and just keep putting us on the map. You know, I'm in MMA. A lot of people are asking me, what am I doing in my MMA career? Right now, it's just Thai boxing is opening its doors at me, and it's hard to not take a look at it. You know, I'm gonna ride the train till the wheels fall off, I guess. I guess I'm gonna do this route. Hopefully, I can get into the UFC or Glory Kickboxing through a striking route, not a jiu-jitsu and wrestling route, which is kind of the norm. I'm gonna do it this way instead.
Any shout-outs? Special thanks?
I want to thank, honestly, a lot of people don't know this person other than my mom and my family, but there is a team. They're called M1 from Oahu. They created me. You know, they created my striking. My head coach was Arthur Wong, and for this fight, I haven't trained with them in 2 years. I really want to go reunite with them and sharpen up, because I'm a different animal when I'm under him. When I train with that guy, you can be a champion in any organization in the world, and it doesn't faze me. But that guy I owe a lot, and my mom's met him, my family's met him, and he really took me under his wing, you know. So shout out to him, shout out to my mom, obviously, my family that's all here today, the people of Guam. You know, Guam really inspires me, man. Being from here, it's phenomenal. It's different. It's hard to truly explain, but fighting as a Chamorro and being a Chamorro, I want to do more than just put Guam on the map. I actually want to be the champion of the world. Like, I think we already have fighters who've put Guam on the map, but I want to be the champion of the world, and be a Chamorro. You know, I want to be a Chamorro champion. You know, so yeah, I'm gonna do it.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
So if we can have the family come on up, we want to get some pictures with everybody. Yeah, because I know the whole family's here. And Joseph, we're really proud of you. We're rooting for you. We're going to keep watching you. And this is just the first of many that's going to keep coming your way as you just keep achieving for our island and our people. And I know that your career is just starting to peak, and we're going to just be very excited to watch where you go from here. Thanks, Joseph. Thank you very much. Okay, so we'll go ahead and get the family up here for some photos.